Seoul's top nuclear envoy is in Washington for talks on North Korea with his American counterpart. Seoul is also preparing for a series of diplomatic events next week. Sources say Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is expected to visit Seoul soon. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is also reportedly heading here in the coming days as well. Yoon Jung-min with the details.
Arriving in Washington Sunday, South Korea's top nuclear envoy Lee Do-hoon said he will be discussing issues related to the Korean Peninsula with his U.S. counterpart Stephen Biegun, including the recent killing of a South Korean national by North Korean soldiers.
Since the U.S. State Department says it fully supports the South Korean government on this particular issue, we'll focus on how we can work together.
Asked about the possibility of another Pyeongyang-Washington summit before the U.S. presidential election in November, Lee said it depends on North Korea. Lee and Biegun are also set to discuss how to revive the long-stalled denuclearization talks, as well as the issue of trying to declare an official end to the 1950 to 1953 Korean War. Next week, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is set to visit South Korea and Japan to bolster Washington's alliances in the Greater Pacific region against China ahead of the U.S. presidential election. Sources say that at around the same time, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi is likely to travel to South Korea and Japan as well. This comes after senior Chinese diplomat Yang Jiechi traveled to Busan last month for talks with South Korea's National Security Advisor Seo-hoon. South Korea's presidential office also revealed that Deputy Security Advisor Kim Hyun-jong visited the U.S. earlier this month to discuss bilateral and regional affairs. Earlier this month, Seoul's Vice Foreign Minister Choi Jong-gun also met with U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Stephen Biegun. Yoon Jung-min, Arirang News.